What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the FM Save. It's episode number 26. And today we're returning with two big games as we've got a chance to get into the European places, as we've got two away days against West Ham and Wolves as well. Before we get to the games though, shout out Fulham getting on off camera, and also a new contract extension which was thoroughly deserved. Let's get to that first. So I'd probably say he's been our player of the season thus far, and he was the game winner against Bournemouth. I mentioned him quite heavily in the last episode. His contract was up come the end of next season, but I wanted to tie him down to a longer deal, and he signed the extension off camera. Practically a week after the game in the last episode against Bournemouth, I gave him a new 4.5-year deal, 50 grand a week, and Jerome is staying. There is a relegation release clause, but as I mentioned before, I'm not worried about that. I think we're way too good of a team to ever be in a scrap anymore, but no minimum fee release clause whatsoever. I took that straight out of the contract extension, said to the agent, this is excluded, man, we are not negotiating this, and a new 50 grand a week deal for Jerome. That'll kill some interest in him, and as I said before, this guy is a great centre-half in FM. We signed him for 6 mil, back in season 2. One of the bargains of the save. Look how consistently good he's been since the save began, and since we signed him, and this year having his best season in a Fulham shirt so far. Well deserved. So in the run of camera, as you can see on the back of the 2-0 loss to Chelsea and the 1-0 win against Bournemouth in the last episode, just the 4 games, 2 wins, 1 defeat and a draw. And not a bad run for Fulham in the run of camera. Started off a 3-3 draw against Manchester City. This was a crazy game, one of the best games of the series so far, no doubt about it. Bernardo Silva gave the visitors the lead, but 3 minutes afterwards, Geraldo, what a goal this was. Lovely chip into the back of the net as we found our leveller. And then Jerome scored his second goal in 2 games, banging one in from range. We are holding on to a big 3 points, but you know the common theme in this save. Fulham just can't hold on to leads against a big team. Sterling made it 2-2. And even in the dying seconds of the game, when Bamford converted a penalty, I still thought, we'll throw away this. We'll throw away this victory in stoppage time. And literally right from kickoff we did. Valverde found a leveller practically right from kickoff as Man City came back to claim a point in a thrilling 6-goal thriller. Following that, 2-1 loss to Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. Not fussed about this. Camara scored for us once again. He loves playing the big teams, but Chelsea with 12 minutes to go on the verge of being knocked out by our B team. Managed to get the 2 late goals to win it through Demir and also Mason Mount in the final 3 minutes as well. What did I tell you? Fulham can't hold on to leads against the big teams, man, but that's okay because we won our following 2 games in the Premier League, which are far, far more important. We beat Brentford in a West London derby by 3-1. Caballero scoring the first, connecting with a KWP cross. Bamford scored the second, turning in a rebound from a Zambo shot which ricocheted off the post. Fabian scored once again, another goal for Fabian. That was his second in 2 Premier League starts, and another chip as well into the back of the net whilst Mbuemo did score a goal for Brentford. It was just a consolation one. And following that, first clean sheet in a few games, 2-0 win at home to Brighton Hove Albion. 3 goals in as many games for Fabian Geraldo, heading in a Paracambi free kick. That was so cool to see our 2 South American wonderkids linking up together there for our first goal. And Camara playing for a new contract, score from the spot with 8 minutes to go. He's played his way back into the team and he's playing very well. So on the back of the 2 wins there, and I think that's no losses in our last 4 Premier League games. Yeah, nice little run for Fulham here. Very nice indeed. 17 goals still remains a bit of a concern for us. Not the highest scorers in the division by some way, but only outside of this ECL, Europa Conference League place on goal difference right now. Really impressive start for Fulham, and already 11 points separating us and our first opponents, West Ham, who are in the bottom 3 right now. Very good start. So let's dive into it then. West Ham away, and I've got to say, I think today's episode might give us an indication as to whether we are European standard or not. I don't think we are yet. I don't think we are. Now, I mentioned we're more than good enough to avoid relegation scraps from here on out. I definitely believe that, but I don't think we're capable of breaking into the top 7 just yet. I think, we're probably on the verge of getting there. We probably are considered possibly a good enough for a top 10 team nowadays, but not entirely sure European football is what we should be targeting just yet. So on the injury report right now, Hansen Aaron is still down with his torn knee. Ligaments won't see him again until the new year, I'd probably say. Grealish went down again. Jack Grealish cannot keep himself fit. Already his 3rd injury since signing in the summer. Man, oh man, it's so frustrating. I'm so excited for him, but everyone else is fit, and this will be our team. So 4-2-3-1, control possession, of course. Rolex and goal. Back four is Walker Peters, Adebayo. Player of the season so far, Jerome and Connor Roberts with Zambo, who's come back from international duty, not fully fit, but we'll start him anyway alongside Gagliardini. These two have got a great partnership through the middle right now. Bamford on the left, Caballero on the right, and Paracambi supporting Geraldo up top. On the bench, Darlow, Mings, Harrison Reed, Lewis Cook, Babangida, Camera, and also Bobby Reed as well. First of two, it's West Ham way. Let's make it no losses in 5 and 3 straight wins. Come on, Fulham. Yeah, I really like it when a player sort of plays his way back into your team. That is what Abubakar Camera has been doing this season. Very limited game time, but whenever he plays, he does well. He's got just half a year left in his contract, and at 28 years old, the question is, does he get an extension? Do I give him one? I can't remember if there's one on his contract. I can't remember if there was a clause to trigger an extension. Not entirely sure, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. You know, first start's going to fall 12 minutes in. And again, we've been in good form recently, and if we are to be a European standard team, these are the games where we need to target wins and not just draws. Zambo, the captain, picks it up and threads the ball through to Caballero. Taken down, that's got to be a penalty. Every day of the week, that's a penalty. Absolutely no doubt about it. Yep, penalty, absolutely certain of that one, and a chance for us to go in front through Patrick Bamford. Now operating a bit of an inside forward in this team on the left, as he drills it into the bottom corner and becomes our top scorer of the team. Yeah, I think for Geraldo's sake, I've got to say to Patrick, look, you either play on the left or play on the right, or you sit on the bench, because Bamford had a great debut year for us last season, but the 18-year-old kid off to a great start, 4 goals in 9. I've got to throw the guy in and give him as much game time as possible. Bamford still has a place in this team, no doubt about it. Trust him to score in every other game, I'd say. 1-0 Fulham, perfect start. And here he is, Bamford, coming from the left-hand side, stepping in field, nice run, and tackled, and Adebayo wins it back. Here come West Ham, no Callum Wilson through 1-on-1, and there's the leveller practically right from kickoff. Surrender possession, 4 nows with the run. Callum Clutch Wilson with the finish. West Ham find their equaliser. Yeah, it's okay. It's alright. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. No doubt about that. And a brief look at Fabian Geraldo's stats, or Geraldo's stats, or how you pronounce it. Up to 14 determination. You know, I'm pleased with that. Progressing pretty nicely. And again, with that personality, perfectionist as... Oh, get in! 2 assists in 2 games with Paracambi and Jerome on Gwene right now. 3rd goal of the season. Fulham back in front. Paracambi's set pieces are very dangerous. He caused a goal in our second match of the season, an own goal against Cardiff, I think it was. Don't need a second replay if I'm as good as it was. But his set pieces are so good. He got the assist for Geraldo's goal in the last game, I think it was, from a set piece as well. He's very dangerous from dead ball situations. Jerome plays a great ball out wide towards Connor Roberts. Sliding through, there we go. Paracambi again. Is that in? Is that a goal? Is that a goal? It is. What was that? I love 2D. I'd always be a 2D player, but sometimes you need 3D. What happened there? That is the 2nd goal we scored this season, which Paracambi has... He's kind of caused but not got credited for it. Paracambi deserves at least another assist and a goal as well, man. That should be his goal. I'm pretty sure it deflected off his bollocks there. Oh, shit. Zambo's gone down. No, come on. Potential foot injury. If that's a broken foot, we're in trouble. I'll tell you what I'll do. As much as I love the high energy duo of a ball midfielder in a box-to-box, what I'll do is I'll take off Zambo and I'll bring on Lewis Cook and operate him as a deep line playmaker that just sits back. Now, that is concerning. It was all smiles, it was all laughs, but that is concerning. Captain forced off. Let's hope that's not serious. Zambo is so bloody good. Said before, I'm surprised we still have him, really. He should be at a bigger club, no doubt about it. He deserves to be playing European football. Anyway, a minute to go before the break. We still lead by 2, but even though we have that cushion, I don't feel completely confident now, especially that our talisman is off. But that's a great ball by Caballero. Roberts is so good with his crosses. Oh, yes, get in 5th of the year for our new number 18. Geraldo and Paracambi, the wonder kids are the real deals. I'm telling you, boys, South America is the place to scout. I mean, everyone knows that anyway, but 2 18-year-old wonder kids getting signed for the new season, and if both hit the ground running. Connor Roberts to a great little cross into the middle, and there is Geraldo, Fabian, number 18, with our 4th goal in the first half. What did I say earlier? Scoring goals has been a concern. Not today, we're on fire. Again, talk about hitting the ground running. 5th goal in 10 games, 1 in 2 for the 18-year-old. I said it could prove to be one of the biggest bargains I've ever pulled off. It's already looking that way. Not even halfway through the first season, Parakambi as well. He's also now got the wonderkid media description as well. Off to a great start himself. And whilst the second half has been nowhere near as action-packed as the first, I'll take this every day of the week. Parakambi, just inside our half. Crossfields to Harrison Reed, off the bench, as we will pass our way forward. I've switched Bamford out to the right-hand side. You might wonder why I've had Bamford and Caballero on the other side, with Patrick being a left-footer and Caballero being the right. I don't know why, but I feel like it's better that way, as Lewis Cook plays the long ball through, and oh, mate, that is an absolutely shocking finish. Praised him earlier, but that was atrocious. Should have been his second of the game there. But yeah, for some reason, I don't know why, but I find inside forwards more effective in this year's FM when they're playing on the wing, which is the same side as their preferred foot. Which is, it seems wrong, but it seems to work for some reason. As Anderson crosses and Fornals makes it 4-2. 2 minutes to go. Shouldn't throw this away. I'm still confident. Well, I was feeling confident, but with a minute to go and a highlight directly after that goal, here come West Ham again, and Rodak makes an easy save. That really should have been 4-3, but thankfully we will hold on and survive the late scare with 20 seconds of stoppage time on the clock. Far too late now. These points are in the bag. As Blather turns one, Tossi makes the tackle, and Buffal has his cross turned in, but that's got to be disallowed. Surely offside. Liner's not moving. That'll be chalked off. Yep, was indeed chalked off for offside. And there we go. 4-2 the final score. 3 straight wins. No losses in our last 5 Premier League games. And I believe that takes us in to a European spot. Spurs have the game in hand. If they win that, then they'll overtake us and we'll drop back out of the top 7. But for now, Fulham are in the top 7, but how bad is this? Well, I think the good form's going to come to an end. Zambo down with a twisted ankle. I'm not giving him injections. I never do that. Oh, God. And you know we're coming into mid-season as well. At the time of the year where we always struggle. And we lose our captain for that as well. Damn, that is a real big blow. Jerome, though, this dude right now is just playing on another level. Did he get man of the match in that game? He did indeed. I tell you, that signing of £6 million, absolute bargain from RB Salzburg. 3 goals in 12, that's 1 in 4 for the centre-half. Man's on fire. And I just want to see as well as we process through the Sunday fixtures if Spurs did beat Wolves away, because if they did, we'll drop back outside of the top 7. But again, only on goal difference. So for now, we're keeping pace with the European sides, and they actually lost away at Molineux because they're our second opponents today, who jump up to 13th in the table. So if we just avoid defeat against Wolves in our second and final game, we'll end the episode 14 games in a European spot. Maybe we are European standard after all. Right, Doxy boy, calm it down. Calm it down, son. We're not even at the halfway point yet. Calm it down. Long way to go. I tell you what, Europa Conference League football. Yeah, okay, off you go, Joe. Europa Conference League football or Europa League football at Craven Cottage next year. Remember that run they had to the final well over a decade ago now? Those famous nights at Craven Cottage and knockout stages, that massive win over Juve, for example. Man, oh man, I want to bring that back to Craven Cottage, and having it next season as well, that would be incredible. God almighty. So I just threatened Joe Bryan that he can leave if he wants, and I've just done the same on Matt Targett, and now he's going to be leaving as well. What a waste of money that was from Aston Villa last year. I so badly wanted Josh Tymon, and Matt Targett's played 6 games and barely done anything in any of them. Yeah, if he wants to leave, he can leave. If I somehow make a profit on Matt Targett, I think that would be the best thing I've done in the save so far. Oh, mate, look at this. For the first time ever, I was in the running for Manager of the Month. It's only taken me 4 seasons to finish 3rd in the Manager of the Month voting, but you know, I was there. I was part of it. So, second and final game is indeed Wolves away at Molineux, and a chance to extend our gap in the race for a European place. So heading into the game, as you can see, no changes to our lineup apart from the one, and also one on the bench as well. Camera just went down with a virus midway through the run off camera. Well, the flu, if you will. The virus, the flu. Okay. So, 4-2-3-1, same goalkeeper and back four, Rodak and Walker-Peters, Adebayo, Jerome and Connor. Cook comes in for the injured Zambo, gutted about that, and I'll change into a deep line playmaker to play alongside Gagliardini. Grealish is back in for the first time since the injury. Watch him go down 15 minutes in. Bamford comes in on the right-hand side now, Parakambi once again supporting Fabian up top. On the bench, Darlow, Mings, Harrison Reed and Panzu, Babangida, the young lad we signed from Southend, Mark Collins, and also Bobby Reed as well. We give a lot of chance to the kids in this save, don't we? Second and final game, Wolves away. Let's stay in the top 7. Come on, Fulham. Again, even a draw will be enough to keep us in a European place for now, whether Spurs beat Southampton or not, so I'd certainly take it. But again, if we are to be a European standard team, these are the games, as I mentioned against West Ham, where we need to target all 3 points and be more brave and positive. I guess it's just the negative Nelly in me. It's always just like, oh, a point away from home, that's a good result, you know. But at some point I need to be a lot more ambitious, don't I? As Jack Grealish comes onto the ball, beats his man, and scores his first goal in a Fulham shirt. We've been waiting for it. It's been a long wait, mainly due to the fact he's been injured practically most of the season so far. But there it is, Grealish's first in a Fulham shirt since leaving Aston Villa. Lucky goal though, I'll be honest here. Fabian offloads the ball to him. He seems to play a 1-2 with Johnny. Very, very lucky there, but slots it into the near post to beat Rui Patricio. Poor goalkeeping, a little bit lucky, but we'll take it. Grealish off the mark, 1-0 Fulham. Yeah, the injuries this guy's got has been so frustrating, because I was so excited for him. I really, really was. And he just hasn't been able to have a consistent run of games due to the knocks he keeps on getting. As he whips the ball into the centre, it's headed away, and Wolves will clear. Encouraging start though this from Fulham. Let's keep it going. And that crossfield ball is going to be cut out by Connor Roberts there, who slides Bamford down the right-hand side. Patrick gets onto his left. Connor crosses. Oh, Parakambi! Could have been his first for the club. A huge block by someone, and Wolves will escape. Yet to scratch for us, but I can't wait for the moment he does. I think he's my favourite player in this team now. Parakambi. Love the guy, man, seriously. Already 14 games in, and here he is on the ball. Bobs, weaves, dances, finds Bamford. Oh, Fabian! 2-0 Fulham. The Wonder Kids are here. They've arrived. They're on fire. Even if he's not getting credited with the goals or the assists, he's causing most of them. We score, I think, into Bamford. Quick little cross to Geraldo. And our number 18 gets goal number 6 already for this season. And here's Parakambi, so good from dead ball situations. Headed away by Connor Cody though. And instead, Wolves are going to come on the counter. And they really need a goal here right before the break. Nato running the length of the pitch and tackled by KWP. But beats him for a second time. And that is a clearance. After a bit of pinball football, I'll take it. Ruben Neves for Wolves, forced back to Johnny. And if Wolves can get themselves back in this game right before the break, that could change the complexion heading in to half-time. Crossfield finds Nato. Connor Roberts comes across. We'll come back to Henry, down the left-hand side, who crosses, and Mendes' shot blocked and scrambled away again. Again, we scrambled it away in the nick of time. Backs to the wall. Don't ask me how we kept that ball out of the back of the net towards the closing stage of that first half, because I've got no idea, but we did. We still lead by 2, and this will be a massive victory. It'll be 4 straight for Fulham, and no losses in our last 6. One of the best runs of the series so far, which is quite embarrassing to admit, but still, we'd take it. Highlight for Fulham, 23 minutes to go, get a third goal, and it's game over. Gagliardini whips one in, and it's cleared by Connor Cody, but KWP tracks it back. Walker-Peters, by the way, what a decision it was to bring him in from Wolves. Last season, he has been ever present in our team, and he's nailed down that first choice left-back spot now after the departure of Anthony Robinson. Lewis Kirk will slide him down left-hand side. KWP, back to Kirk, in the team for Zambo, and it's an easy claim. Was that the highlight? Surely not. No, it's going to continue from that long kick out to Raul Jimenez, who beats one. And as Mendes finds Armstrong, off the post, another escape. We have been so lucky today. Gotta hold your hands up and admit when you've had some good luck, and we certainly have today as Parakambi beats Johnny, and oh, how did Patricio save that? Goodness gracious, what a stop. He seemed to just claw the ball out. David Seaman versus Sheffield United style. Do you remember that? Pescasolido, that header from close range? What a save by Patricio. Tell you what, 2 action-packed games today. Really, really good ones. As Bamford finds Connor Roberts. Get that third and it is good night as Gagliardini plays a great ball. And he's denied again, Babangida again! Twice he's denied in a matter of seconds, and 3 times since coming on. The poor kid. I like Babangida. He's still, I think, 18 or maybe 19 years old as Armstrong is dispossessed by Jerome, but that through ball will find Armstrong, and what a block by Tosin. I tell you, him and Jerome as a CB duo, they're incredible. And I'm not going to make the subs, that'll do it. Wolves 0, Fulham 2, 4 straight wins, and we stay in a European place. We are on fire. Should have scored more really, but to be fair, defensively, the blocks in that game and the last-ditch tackles, absolutely superb. And again, Jerome, what a signing he has been since we bought him from RB Salzburg, man. The guy has barely put a foot wrong. He's been absolutely incredible since coming in. Well worthy of that contract extension, no doubt about that. But that will end this episode of the FM Save, guys. Big thank you for if you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please drop a like. Fulham up to 7th. I said a European standard. Based on this form we are, but you know what's coming. The inevitable, ever unavoidable mid-season collapse. What we'll do is we'll come back for the final game of the calendar year, Norwich away at Carrow Road, and whoever our FA Cup third round ties against, as we'll begin the January transfer window, hopefully still in a European place. Oh, I love European football back Craven Cottage. Have a great day, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you in the next episode of the FM Save very soon.